Good morning and welcome to Coffee and Canopy with Ramona Melvin in the Western North Carolina area. Quick little about me. When you can find me online here, Ramona My Realtor sites at the Century 21 hub that I hang my license with. Okay, quick shameless plug there. What I really want to do is show you what I look at every morning. This is how I educate myself. It's a very large area that I will look in. And so 4 or 5 counties are always going to show up on this dashboard for me each morning and show me who's going to come on, who's coming on soon, who's new listed today, who had to drop their price, who came back on market, who's under contract, withdrawn, closed, and expired. So let's go right into the closed prices were pretty good. Let's do price decreases because this is who's still out there trying to sell a house in our soft market these days. And so I'm going to organize this by city for myself. And you can see we're going to go from Arden to Waynesville. This is a bit of the territory that I look at and see what happens. So we've got some price drops showing up from here. Right, went from here to here, here to here. And what's happening is that, every seller believes my home is worth this much, and we use historical data to help guide and determine what that number might be. But at the end of the day, the fact is the buyer is the one who decides how much that was actually worth. Who's willing to spend that money is how the market value is determined, and that's why appraisers only use closed market activity to determine a new appraisal of a home that's maybe coming on market or under contract. Somebody's asking for an appraisal. They're going to look at the historical data. They don't look at what's on market. They look at who closed. So here we are. This guy is been on market at 309. Sorry, he's been on market at 309 and he just did a $10,000 price drop. Let's see how he's been doing that for a little while. So this is his first price drop. He showed up in March. Sorry about my gender stuff, but I'll get over it. Here's the thing I can see right away that might be a challenge for it is that the floor plan is all bedrooms are upstairs. It's a very small footprint. And so, it's a single family home, but no, I'm sorry. Noodlehead Ramona. There it is right there. Townhouse. All right, carry on. So here we have, let's go back to, and maybe I can just cut it out, right? All right. So what we saw was, he just started to do a price drop. 309 came on market in March. And now trying to find that price that a buyer will pay for this house. All right, here we are in Rock Springs, Asheville. We've got a 3.2, 2006. That's fairly nice age. We have a lot of character in this area, as you know, so some of the homes get very old. So just now starting to do some price adjustments, looking for that better price for the buyer. Here we are, Chapel Park Road. This is a 321 on the main level, and then a 1-1 upstairs. That's kind of a nice floor plan, and it's done a price drop. So let's see where it started. All right. So 759.9. The market's uncertain and we have a lot of inventory. So homes looking handsome, but it just needs to do so much in order to compete with, it's dated. Here's a dated kitchen and a garden tub. Not always what the buyer wants these days. It is an off-frame modular. However, that's not a problem in the lending world. Off-frame modular homes are actually built in an environmentally controlled area warehouse and then shipped. So they're maybe even in a healthier state than the site-built ones in our Western North Carolina area sometimes. So that's what happened there. That's what's going on. Again, just watching. Oh, here we get some cute ones. These are the little classic Asheville's 1967 3-1, tiny. It's under 1,000 square feet. And it's doing a price adjustment because it says, I thought I was worth this much, hoping I could get almost 4, but now we're at 375. And usually, the buyer interest will show the seller and the listing agent how that's working out and get the buyers to perform. This is a fun floor plan. I got another old home in the Nashville area. Manny Drive is the way I'm pronouncing that. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. So it's got a start at $549 in May, and it's 1-1 upstairs and a 2-1 downstairs. Kind of looks like it's hanging off. It's got a great view, I bet, but you have to not want a garage and cute. Oh, little cabin action. Okay, that's very cute. This is a very particular buyer. Also because there's probably no yard. I'm trying to get into the outside a bit. Nice done. Okay, good deck, but see that slope? See that grade? That's not too bad right there, but it's. See, it's if you throw a ball to your dog, they'll be gone for a while. But it's adorable. And it had to make a price adjustment to find its buyer, and keep watching that to see if it gets one soon. And into Asheville, a little more maybe of a single level home, which is desirable, 1,900 square feet, 1996 build, and it started at, let's make sure I'm not missing anything. So see, this is a good history channel. Started back in March at $565, and it wasn't getting anything. I started making these incremental drops, which is okay. I mean, and when you got to do it, you want to sell, you got to sell. Came off market, came back on market, went under contract, came off market again, and back on market in April with this new price. And now it's at $400,000. So, you'd want to learn a lot about, as much as you can, about the home. See what that story might tell you in the History Channel. Okay, I'm blabbing too much. Here we are, Black Iron. This is Vista Blacksmith Run. This is a great neighborhood, but it's pretty far out in Hendersonville. A vetting price for the area. Once upon a time, people thought that was forever out there, but it's really not, and it's a nice area. So they started at $625, and they're doing their first price adjustment, and on they go. And these are some nice builds, and that's a nice area out there. It's probably 15 or 20 minutes from Hendersonville. And then this is Leicester. We have another off-frame modular, kind of looks like a manufactured home. So you want to look real close and make sure there isn't any, make sure it's an off-frame modular, and your agent will be able to help you with that. It has done a price adjustment just now, and looking for that buyer. I think that guy's pretty far out there in Leicester, so that is another particular area and buyer type. Here's Mars Hill. This is an other use zoning, so it kind of has a commercial feel to it, but I think it's a home. So the zoning is in a sort of a variation. What do you call it? Non-conforming zoning. That's what I like to call it. She started at $469.9 and now at $424.9. Looking for a buyer. And this, Mills River. Okay. This is a pretty fun neighborhood. This is off of Boylston Highway. There may be road noise if you're sensitive, but this is probably a good little brick ranch home built in 1967. It's going to have a classic floor plan to it. It started at $375, which once upon a time, double wides were selling for that much. So the market is softening, and you're seeing some nice site-built homes and a lot of inventory showing up. And here's a brand new build. So the brand new builds are also here. They're having to do the same thing. We've got to make price adjustments. If you're looking for a brand new build, this would be a good time to look. We're in Waynesville in this area in particular, but what I want to say about that is do some research, look at the property disclosures, find out who the builder is, and do a lot of back research on who they are and what their reputation is. So he finished his build, I guess, cut his CO, and was ready to market in April at $420, and has made the price adjustment of $409. So there you have it. In a nutshell, what's going on in our market? What's going on in our market? What's going on in our market? Stay tuned with me.